go. Alright, yo, what up guys, Lasse here with a new video. Basically, I just want to make this fast and easy. However, I want to let you know 3 things that I'm currently doing in order to save some money. And it has worked out pretty great for me so far. And I would say that basically anybody in the world, if they want to, they could do this right now. Maybe with some exceptions, but definitely almost anybody would be able to do this right now. One thing that I want to start out with saying is that common sense is not always common practice, which means that, you know, we all know that we should be doing this, but necessarily we are not doing it. Which is a big thing to realize, since that if you actually want to gain some extra money in your bank account, you really need to look at where is your money going and how much money are you getting in. And that leads me to the first thing, which is a budget. To make a budget, you need to look at how are you spending your money and what are you spending it on. Also, how much money are you getting in your bank account every month, in order to see, well, what's going to be the plus and minus on this. And I am sure that if you look at the money you're actually spending, you could find a few, if not many items in there where you could basically say to yourself like, okay, it was nice, but did I really need it, you know? That's at least what I could do with myself. I like to go to KFC, and I really like Red Bull as well, you know, like I could drink that all day. However, I also know that I could just drink water instead, and it would probably be more healthy. Just a thought, you know. But basically, it's super important to see how you spend your money. That's the very first important thing. And if I asked you right now, do you know exactly how much you're spending every month? Would you actually be able to give me an accurate answer? So just a thing to think about. How I do this though is that I just make an Excel sheet. I put in my income, I put in the money that goes out. I say to myself, okay, I want to save this amount of money per month. That leaves me with like this amount of money that I can use for whatever I want to use, right? And that's where I then calculate it into, okay, basically the amount of money left, how much of that can I actually put that into every day? And that's some simple math. Literally it takes about 20 minutes to make a budget. Even you can get an app on your phone which will also be a budget for you. I do that as well, so I can track like my everyday spending, see what I actually use money for in a good way and what I use money for in a bad way. And like then you could also see, well, how much am I able to save? And after you have saved a pretty good amount of money, I think you will be surprised with the amount of money that you can actually get from just budgeting. But yeah, that leads me basically to the number 2 rule, which is also kind of intertwined with the budgeting. You know how I said that I love going to KFC and I love drinking Red Bull, and yeah, in general I just think everybody loves to eat outright. However, if you want to save some money, stop eating fast food and stop eating out. I still go out from time to time. I don't want to like totally deny it, right? But that's the thing, if I save up in my budget over a few days, then basically I can afford to go out to a restaurant, which is perfectly fine. However, if I just say fuck the budget and I'm gonna eat out, damn, I don't give a fuck, then definitely that will leave you with a fat 0 at the end of the month. Or at least it used to for me. And I think there's many people out there who doesn't realize how much they're actually eating out, even like lunch at work. I used to buy lunch every day at work, and in the end I actually realized how much money that like cost me. So definitely pack some lunch for working, or cook your own food. Do that on an everyday basis, and not even will it make your life, I think, a lot better. I think in the long run it will also make you more healthy, and you put it on top that you will learn some new food, man. Like you learn a new skill, you eat healthier. Like I don't see the downside of that. And as I said before, like don't overdo it, don't become weird with it. You can still go out and eat as long as your budget allows you to. I mean, that's at least the rule I put for myself, and it seems to work pretty good so far. Oh, and just another thing to add here, with the food, that time to actually cook the food shouldn't be a problem. If you're like a person who's incredibly busy all the time and you don't really have time to make food for yourself, literally just figure out a couple of recipes that doesn't take more than 5-minute preparation, and then also like maybe 10 or 20 minutes cooking time. I'm pretty sure everybody can take like 20 to 30 minutes off to make some food to enjoy. Even if you would go to like a fast food restaurant, that would probably still take you about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to get, and then another 10 minutes to eat, right? So there you go, time shouldn't be a problem. And that leads me to the third way of saving money. I just want to make a quick disclaimer here that probably if you're a family, this might be a little bit problematic. However, if you're like a dude like me and you live in a good spot, then basically this should be pretty easy for you. So since I turned like 18, I have never had a car, and I'm not really thinking about getting a car in the near future. Basically because a car means a lot of spending. There's all the way from like the actual car price, to gas, to insurance, to mechanical fix-ups, all of this stuff that is gonna drain your wallet. Now I live about, I don't know, 20 minutes walk from the city. I live about 10 minutes walk from the nearest like supermarket. I literally got a street up here with a lot of different kind of stores. So that also plays a role in it, of course, that anything I have around me, basically it's what I need and it's close. So that's a good thing for me. You also gotta imagine this. Imagine you live an hour away from your work. I understand that you would like to have a car for that, but also just imagine the time that you're spending to get on work. So imagine you're spending like an hour to get there, an hour to get back. You work 9 hours where 1 hour is lunch. That's literally 11 hours of like working, which means that would probably be like 55 hours of working, even though on your contract, right, it says, oh, you're working like 40 hours a week. That's not the real reality, because when you're driving to work, it's gonna take you an hour. So that's why it's a good thing to live nearby your work. Of course, I understand some people are not in this situation, and that can be a really hard thing. But all I'm trying to say is that get rid of the car, which will cost you a lot of money in the long run. And then alternatively, you could get something like an electrical scooter, you could get something like a bike, and I understand, you know, some people are not that type of person, or you could even choose to walk, or you could even choose to pedal with some friends or some colleagues, something like that, that's not gonna drain your wallet. Even with me, I have had situations where I would actually need a car. However, I am more than happy to ask a friend and then actually pay them in order to help me, or as a way to say thank you, because of course I would appreciate that. But other than that, I have never really been in situations where where do we come from? Other than that, I have never really been in a situation where I actually needed a car so badly that I had to like get one. I've been fine on foot, on bike, bus, I mean you name it, like public transport. Even though I said it sucked in my last video, still I use it because it's convenient and it's more cheap than to actually have a car. Some people may disagree, however, I've been able to do a lot of stuff just because of the fact that I did not have a car. So yeah, I really hope that these 3 methods can actually help you, or that you will actually realize how much money you are spending on what I would call unnecessary luxury. So that is basically it for this time. There will be new videos out soon. Thank you for watching this one, and just to remember, like, drop a like, subscribe, and you know, follow for more, all that stuff, man. Let's see what we can do, and let me know if you actually save some money from doing this. Thank you. Bye bye, man.